Wonderful. And is my voice clear to everyone? Is it crisp and clear? A quick thumbs up. Okay. And in the meantime, well, everyone is joining. Let's have the video. Okay. Thank you, Kriti, for a thumbs up. Let us hear that video out. So till the time everyone is joining the class.
Hello and welcome to 98th Percentile. We're an online education company that offers live math and English courses for K through 12 students to get them a grade ahead in 6 months or less. We also focus on building young entrepreneurs through our live coding and public speaking programs. Our Rockstar teachers focus on small classroom sizes with only up to 4 students per classroom. This means that your students receive the benefit of fun and engagement with their peers while also receiving the benefit of personalized attention from their educators. We do all of this at an unbeatable price that delivers 4 times the value of any other similar program out there today. At 98th Percentile, we've already helped accelerate over 1,000 students' academic career and have received prestigious awards from all across the world.
Okay, I hope you all like the video. Yes, so back to the welcome. So welcome everyone. So I would just wanted everyone to switch on their videos and call your parents quickly. Yes, so I would be waiting for another 30 seconds for all of your parents to join the session, as this is our last session, guys. So I just want everyone to join quickly. And kindly switch on your videos so that I can see your face as well. Okay. I would be waiting for another 30 seconds. I could see some students are very excited. Okay, I could see Rudar. Okay. Hi, Rudar. I still cannot see the parents. Children, quickly call up your parents if they are available. Just. Okay, so let's move on. So once again, I welcome you all to the revision marathon presented by 98th Percentile. As you'll know that today is our last day for interacting and having fun together, right? So yes, as you all know that this session would be recorded for quality and marketing purposes. So you all have to put your smiling faces on. Yes, so I could see that some of you already started smiling by seeing this slide. That's great. So you know already what to do. Let's move on. So today we would be covering the last part of this grade 4, that is geometry. Geometry is the most easiest, but the most fun and more things to learn over here. Let's move on. Now, about this, are you all enjoying the sessions, kids? Yes. So we have shared a link in the chat if your parents can see that. So I would request all of the parents to kindly take a minute, just a 1 minute time right now, right away, and share your feedback. Children, if you are able to do that, you can also access that link in your chat. I would be waiting for the next 2 minutes, waiting for your reviews. Okay, I could see some of us working on that. Rohan, Shania, Rudar, Neil. Okay, I could see Vyom, Ahana, Kriti, Arjun, Amishi. Okay, everyone, I would just request to ask your parents to kindly review. Yes, because we have been doing this class. Yes, Neil, you have something to say over here?
It's not letting me go into the link.
Okay, that's link in the chat option. I'll just take care of that, Neil. Thank you for letting us know.
It's saying something went wrong.
Okay, I'll just correct that. Thank you for letting us know that, Neil. Okay, so everyone, you have the link and in the chat, just a quick request. I'm just waiting for another 1 minute for everyone to share the reviews. Thank you so much, parents. Thank you so much, children. Okay. Now let's move on. Thank you so much, everyone, parents who have joined with us, and thank you for your time. Let's the show begin, kids. As you already know that we have to get ready with the second handset, right? By logging into kahoot.it, right? So please get ready for the second handset. And now we would be going to the Zoom session, the Kahoot session, where it would be fun and interactive. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Log into your browser with kahoot.it and get ready for the spin over here. And here we go. I hope you can all see the screen over here. Wonderful. Now get ready to join. And here is the pin, 2568779. See, children are joining it. Okay, that's great. Okay, waiting for another 1 minute for everyone to join, and then we will be starting with our session. I could see many of them, Raghav, Arjun, Maya, Rishabh, similar names. Some are new. Okay, Loga Prasha. Okay, waiting for another 30 seconds, children. And let's see. And here we go. Now we're gonna start with get ready. With your hands set, get ready to enter the battlefield. Show me some excitement, pop out some hearts, some smileys. Yes, and it's our last session. We should show some excitement over here, right? Okay, Shay. Let's move on. And here we go. Wait for domain 5, kids. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. And here we go. The first question. What is the correct name for the highlighted section of the picture given below? Answers are coming. Wonderful. I got the answers and 14 answers were correct. Still 12 were wrong. Let's see what happens in this question. And I'm just sharing my open board over here. Let me just know if you can all see me writing over here. Okay, so can you all see my writing over here, kids? Yes, thank you so much for your confirmation. No, because I was not writing at that time, Neil. Can you see it now? Okay, so you cannot see me writing over here. Let me just, okay, let's see this media. Now in this question, we were supposed to see what's this highlighted thing is over here, right? Now we could see that A, B, these are joined by 2 points, yes? Now when a line is joined by 2 endpoints, that means that's a line segment, isn't it? Right, because that's having the definite measurement. It won't go more over here, more over here. So the line segment is the one which are having 2 points, right? And when we connect 2 points, we got a line segment, and that's have a definite measure of that. I hope now that is clear to everyone. Can you see me writing over here? Yes? Okay, just let me just share it. So this is how it goes. And how do we represent a line segment? This is how we represent by drawing a single line on the top of the alphabet. A, B, and just a one single line on the top of it. This symbolizes the AB is a line segment. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Are you all ready for the next question, kids? Okay, let's see who's leading the scoreboard today. Okay, so here are some new faces over here today. The Madro is the one who is leading the scoreboard, and Mithilesh Shasha. Okay, moving on to the next question, kids. Okay, here we go. Select the figure below that shows a green ray. Okay, wonderful. Let's see where we get wrong and how many of you got the questions right. 14 of you got the answer right, but still there are some wrong questions. Let's see how this is done, kids. Okay, let me just ask you now. Can you all see me writing over here? Can you all see me writing? Okay, that's great. Finally, so let's move on and show how this question is solved. We can see that now. What is a ray? What is a line segment? Now, let me give a very good example for this. We all know how a sun looks in the sky, right? And how the sun, what do we get from the sun? What do we get from the sun? We get the light, right? And the light is fall on the earth. And what do we call these things? We call them as a rays, right? So these are sun rays. It is having only one point. This is only the source of point, one source of point where that is arising. That means ray is the one which arises from one point and moves only in one direction, kids. That's what the ray is, right? It moves only in one direction, like the sun rays, it moves only in one direction. You could see even more examples like the tube light or the torch or your phone, which gives the light that moves only in one direction, right? So this is how you can even see these things in your real life around your world. That's how it goes. Let's move on to the next question, kids. Okay, so, and here is the next question. Select all the figures that have at least one pair of parallel sides. Got the correct answers, but still some are wrong. Let's see how this question is solved. Now the question says select all the figures at least one pair of parallel sides. What do we understand by at least? That means there should be one and it can be more than one too, right? So this was the keyword over here. We have to look at least. That means it can have one, but more than one too. Now we could see a rectangle over here. Now what are parallel lines? Or what are parallel lines? First, let's understand that. Now, what are parallel lines? Now, suppose there is a kind of a run between two of you. Let's say the Neil is over here and Dhruti is over here. They both are running and for 100-meter race, right? So Neil and Dhruti, you would be running in on your path only. Would you be connecting or would you be just joining each other anywhere? No, you would be walking on your paths only. So this is what the parallel lines are, that will never intercept with each other. They will never meet each other, no matter how far they go. Now in rectangle, we could see that we got opposite sides equal in rectangle. Now, if I extend these sides further, they will go on and on without intersecting with each other. The rectangle is having two sets of parallel sides, right? So this was the correct answer. And this is a parallelogram, kids, right? Where we are having two sets of parallel sides. That is why it is called as a parallelogram. The opposite sides are equal and they are parallel to each other. And you could see these are over here. What are these? That means this is forming an angle of 90 degree, right? The rectangle is forming an angle of 90 degree in all of the sides. We would be having some more questions on this concept. Let's move on to the next question. Let's see who's doing the scoreboard. Okay. Let's see who's the one. I could see some changes over here. Wonderful, Madro. Okay, Anksha, I could see new faces today, new names today. Good job, kids. Keep on working like this. Let's move on to the next question. And here we go. Which of the shapes below always have a pair of perpendicular sides? Check all that are true. Time is up. Let's see how this question is solved. The perpendicular sides. What are perpendicular? Now, when one line connects to the other line and it's form a shape of a L, children, that means this line is perpendicular to this line and it will form an angle of 90 degree always. Make sure it's form a L shape. Only then it would be perpendicular to this. This is a straight line falling on the horizontal line. Like if I draw up like this, will this be a perpendicular line? No, that won't form a perpendicular over here. It should have a straight line falling on the horizontal line. Now a square is a shape. We could see that here these are lines are straight and we have four 90-degree angles over here, right? They are having a pair of perpendicular sides, even the rectangle. But circle, that's a complete circle. No point of having the perpendicular lines over here, kids. Even the pentagon. Okay, now who will tell me what is a pentagon? How many sides the pentagon is having? I want to see some different faces. Yes, anyone who wants to answer, what is a pentagon? Okay, yes, Darpan. I could see some new faces over here. Okay, so I suppose it's always Neil answering the question, right? Okay, so anyone would like to answer this? Okay, Neil, you may go on. Let me just... Yes, dear. What is a pentagon?
A pentagon is a shape that has five sides and five vertices.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Neil. The pentagon is having five sides. Like I can draw pentagon in any form, right? This is the basic of a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is having five sides. So the shape of having the five sides is called as a pentagon. I hope now that is clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, is there any change in this, kids? Yes, Madro is the one. Selnai, Amishi coming up. Good job. Moving on to the next question. And here we go. Select the shape that has four sides with two sides that are parallel with no sides that are perpendicular. Read the question once again, kids. Okay, and the time is up. Let's see how this question is solved. Select the shape that has four sides, the first, condition, with two sides that are parallel, okay, and no sides that are perpendicular. It should not form any side with the L shape. It should be a parallel side. It should have four sides, right? And two sides should be parallel. Now let's see what is a square. If I talk about a square, that is definitely having a four sides, right, with two sets of parallel sides, but it says with no sides that are perpendicular. But in a square we are having all four sides perpendicular to each other, right? So that's not the option. Equilateral triangle, definitely not an option. Regular hexagon, that's also not true. Now what is an isosceles trapezoid? These are two terms. Now, first, what is an isosceles triangle? What do we understand by isosceles triangle? So the isosceles triangle, kids, is the one which is having two sides and two angles equal, right? And what is a trapezoid? Let me just draw a trapezoid. It looks like this, which is having four sides, right? And two sides that are parallel to each other. They can be drawn like this also. Okay, this is having a four sides and parallel to each other with no sides perpendicular, because see, they are slanting lines. They cannot be perpendicular to each other. So that's what the isosceles trapezoid means. Am I clear on this to everyone? I suppose I'm clear. So this is what a trapezoid and isosceles triangle means. So we can connect, add up two different angles or triangles with each other to find a one. Let's see what the next question is. And let's see who's leading the scoreboard. Okay, I could see some changes. Sunlight is the one coming on the top now. Good job. Moving on to the next question, kids. What do these lines represent? So I got 25 correct answers. That's wonderful. So that means you know what this concept is. The image says this is an image, right? We know that what's an intersecting lines that intersect with each other at one point, right? Now this is definitely not perpendicular to each other, but they're intersecting each other. Okay. So that means they are intersecting, but not perpendicular. Now, suppose if I draw this line, these two lines like a plus sign. Now, this is forming, you could get this kind of image too in your exams. This is forming intersecting lines, but these are perpendicular too, because I could see that's forming a L shape over here. Yes? So this is perpendicular. Now, if I name this line as A, this as B, how will I write this? How will I symbolize this? A is perpendicular to B. Now, children, this is the symbol that we use for perpendicular term, right? So we have naming each and everything over here, a line segment, a ray. Okay, so move on to the next question. Let's see. Senlai has a streak with 6 correct answers in a row. Wonderful job. Okay, still she's the one who is leading the scoreboard. Let's see what comes next. Okay, what is this? You would be getting an image for sure. And the time is up, kids. And we got 26 correct answers. That's good. So the image shows over here was like this. Definitely in the option, this could be the intersecting and perpendicular both. But you have to see in the options. Options are only for the perpendicular lines. In exam, you might get the question that the option saying intersecting lines that are perpendicular. So you might choose that option too in that case. But in this case, only these are perpendicular to each other. We could see they're forming an L shape over here, right? That's great. Let's move on to the next question. Let's see who's leading the scoreboard. Okay, I could see some changes. Amishi is coming up. Good job. Okay, kids, show me some excitement before moving to the next question. Rudar, I want to have a big smile on a face. Okay, now you are smiling. Thank you, Shania. Thank you, Neil. Okay, Shai is also there. Thank you so much. Let's move on. And here is the next question. Which angle is an obtuse angle, children? And time is up. I got 26 correct answers. An obtuse angle. Okay, now who will tell me what is an obtuse angle, kids? Anyone who would like to speak other than Neil? Okay, we have Sudiksha over here. Sudiksha, you may go, please.
An obtuse angle is an angle more than 90 but less than 180 degrees.
Okay, that's great. Wonderful. No, obtuse angle, as you said, is greater than 90 degree, and we could see the angle over here. How we could find this is a 90 degree, we could draw an imaginary line over here, right? If you could see, I'm drawing an imaginary line over here. So this is my 90 degree. And the angles which are going apart, I mean, just part this line, that definitely would be an obtuse angle because they are greater than 90 degree, right? So these angles are called an obtuse angle. They are very obese. They want to be big. That's why they are greater than 90 degree, right? They eat a lot of burgers and pizzas. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, 3 in a row. Anksha is back in the game. That's great. Let's move on to the next question. And here it is. How many acute angles are seen in this given image? Okay, we got 20 correct answers. Now, this was the image. Now, acute angle. We have learned about an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is the one which is greater than 90 degree, right? Now, what is an acute angle? Acute angle is very cute. That's why it would always be small, okay? Okay, Saloni wants to say something over here. Okay, Saloni, let me just see, where are you? Okay, maybe in the next question we get a chance, right? Because here I have already told that acute angle is a very cute, so that has to be a small. Yes, so acute angles are the one which are less than 90 degree. Okay, this is actually greater than, so less than 90 degree, and obtuse angle is the one which is greater than 90 degree. If you guys have any confusion in remembering them, you could say acute is very cute, that is why it is less than. Obtuse is very obese, that is why it is greater than 90. Now we could see this angle over here, right? We could see this angle over here. These two angles are less than 90 degree, because see, if this is my horizontal line, if I draw a vertical line over here saying the 90 degree, now this is going just opposite of that. Just that is why this is a less than 90 degrees. Sometimes we get confused how to find it, right? So this angle, if you could see over here, this would be forming the 90 degree, right? But this is greater than that. That is why this is a more than 90 degree, not an obtuse. It's an obtuse. So we are having two acute angles in this. Good job, kids. Let's move on to the next question. And let's see who's leading the scoreboard. Okay, I could see again some changes in the scoreboard. Maya is coming up. Wonderful job. Let's move on to the next question, because I'm having a lot of many questions for you today. How many obtuse angles are seen in the given image? Okay, we got the answer and 25 correct answers. Let's see, as we already know what is an obtuse angle, greater than 90 degree. We could see these two angles are 90 degree, right? But what about this? If I draw a line over here, right, that would form a 90 degree, but this is going par 90 degree. That means this is an obtuse angle. But what about this, kids? This angle would be an acute angle because this is less than 90 degree. If I draw an imaginary line over here going less than that, this is how we identify an obtuse and acute angle in a given image. So 1 was the correct answer. Good job. And let's see who's now in the scoreboard. Amishi has come up. Good job. But the one is who is leading the scoreboard is cell 9. Good job. Let's move on to the next question. And here we go. How many right angles are seen in the given image? That's very simple. And we got 28 correct answers. Okay. The image was this. How many right angles are there? As I told you, the right angle is the one which is 90 degree, right? And it should form a L-shaped sign. Make sure wherever you see a L-shaped sign, that's a 90 degree angle. Even the desktop which you're using, guys, that's having a 90 degree angle on all the corners. The chair which you are sitting, the table which you are using, you could see all around you and find the 90 degree angles in your room. There would be a lot of many, right? Okay, so there is only one of it over here. Okay, and here we go. Let's see, is this angle is an acute angle or an obtuse angle? Who will answer me this one? The angle which I've marked over here, is this an obtuse angle or an acute angle? Okay, I can see some hands raising. Shania.
It's an obtuse angle.
Okay, Shania, that's an obtuse angle. I hope everyone agrees to that. Thank you so much, dear. Yes, that's an obtuse angle because if I draw an imaginary line over here and that's going par 90 degree, that's an obtuse angle. Wonderful job. Okay, let's move on to the next question. And I could see some more changes over here. That's great. Keep on working like this, kids. Let's move on to the next question. And here we go. Multi-select question. Select all of the following shapes that have exactly 2 acute angles. Exactly 2 angles. Up now. Now we got some correct answers, 28 correct answers. That's great. Now we could see these images. Now this is again a kind of a trapezoid. If you could see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, right? Now acute angle is the one which is less than 90 degree. We have to find the shapes that have exactly 2 angles. Exactly is the keyword over here, children. Exactly means it cannot be less, it cannot be more. Now, over here, we could see that this is an acute. This is an acute angle because that's less than 90 degree. Over here, again, we could see this is an acute angle. This is an acute angle, right? There are 2 acute angles in this. But if I ask that, what's this? Definitely, this would be an obtuse angles, right? So only 2 acute angle in this shape and in this shape. So we could see in a star, there are more than 2 acute angles. So that won't be our option. That's great. Let's move on to the next topic. I hope this is clear to everyone now. What's an acute? What's an obtuse? What's a right angle? What's an obtuse triangle? And so on. Okay, so I could see some changes. Okay, Pastry is the one leading the scoreboard now. Good job. And moving on to the next question, kids. Name angle A over here. That's good music. And the time is up. So children, this was a new music and that was fun. I could see Advit was dancing in this music. Okay, let's move on. So how this is solved? Naming the angles, children. This is a concept known as naming angles. Now, this is the kind of intersecting lines, right? We have named some points over here. Now, this is my angle A. How do I name the angles is a one different whole story. Now, the angle is formed by two rays, right, which is connected at one point. Now, if I name this point where it is connecting as B, and I name this point as A, if I name this side as C, now this is my angle forming at B point. Either I can name it as angle B, or I can name it as A, B, C, angle A, B, and C, where B should always form in the center, children, because here where the angle is coming down. Over here, the angle is forming at Y. And let's see to which two rays this angle is forming. These are the two rays over here. So X, Y, N. We can also write it as N, Y, X. And like this, we denote the angle. This is a symbol to denote the angle. This is how we name the angles. I hope that is clear to everyone. Yes, if I ask you, what is the name of angle, let's say B over here? Who will answer me this question? Angle B. Okay, I want to see some different hands this time. Arjun is the one. I hope I have. Yes, please.
So you can do NYP, or you can do PYN.
Wonderful. That's the correct answer. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is how it goes. Now we know how to name the angles. That's great, children. Let's move on to the next question. We're having lots of many questions to solve. Okay, so 3 in a row. Bhavyo is back in the game. Good job. And Fastray is the one who's leading the scoreboard. Let's move on to the next question. And here we go. Which of the following terms classifies the triangle by its angles? Now, how to identify the triangles? Now, we could see over here the different angles, a 94-degree, a 53-degree, a 33-degree. Now, what are we having different kinds of angles, triangles? Let's hear that. So, right triangle is the first one, where one angle is 90-degree, right? Where one angle is 90-degree, we have obtuse triangle, where one angle is greater than 90-degree, right? It would be greater than 90-degree. Okay, so this is what an obtuse triangle is, greater than 90-degree. And we have an acute triangle, which is very cute, where make sure all three angles are less than 90-degree, are less than 90 degrees. So kids, we have these three triangles over here, right, obtuse and acute. Now over here, I could see that these two angles, all of these two angles are less than 90 degree, but there is one angle which is greater than 90 degree. So what do I name this triangle? Yes, let's see. The answer, as you all told, that's an obtuse angle, and that's the correct answer. Now, what do we understand by an equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle is the one which is having all three sides equal and all three angles also equal. This is an equilateral triangle. Equi means equal. That is why it is having everything equal in it. Now, we have a different set of triangle. That's a scalene triangle, in which you could see that all three angles are different. All three sides are different. That's a scalene triangle, children, where all three angles and sides are different. We have an isosceles triangle, as we have learned before, where only two angles and two sides are same. So that's a different whole story. Scalene, isosceles, equilateral, right, obtuse, and that's an acute. This is how it goes. I hope that's clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next question. Who is leading the scoreboard? Raghav has come up. Okay, now Selna is the one again leading the scoreboard. Good job. Moving on to the next question, kids. Which of the following statements are true about the triangle below? This triangle, we could see that one angle is greater than 90 degree, right? Whereas, what are the others two angles that are less than 90 degree? Or all three angles are different over here, right? This is what we could observe, and you have answered it pretty well. All angles and sides are different. One angle is greater than 90 degree. That's great. So you are now can observe the angles in the triangles. Good job. This angle, this triangle is also called as an obtuse triangle because one angle is greater than 90 degree, right? And I could also call this as a scalene obtuse triangle, isn't it, kids? Yes, this can be called as a scalene obtuse triangle because all three sides and angles are different, but one angle is 90 degree. So you might get different questions, different options in your exams. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, still the same people leading the scoreboard. Sajnit, okay, Sanjit is the one has come up. Okay, good job. And here's the next question. Which of the following terms classifies a triangle by its angles? Check all that are true. Time is up, kids. The triangle was like this. Now here we could see easily that two angles are equal, right? But all three angles are also less than 90 degrees. So this can be termed as an acute triangle because all three angles are less than 90 degree, but an isosceles too, because two angles are same. So this is how we can observe the triangles isosceles and acute. Let's move on to the next questions. 3 players have reached the answer 311. Okay, that's great. So I hope this is a topic which you all love to do because I could see that you are solving it brilliantly. Find the measure of angle P. So the time is up. Now the question says over here, find the angle P. Now, kids, we all know that the sum of all three angles of a triangle, sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. That has to be 180 degrees. That cannot be more than that. Now, if you're having two angles, how to find the next one, the third one? It's as simple as that. Adding the known angles. So 53 plus 31 would give me 84 degrees as my answer. Now subtracting this 84 from the total degrees, that is 180 degrees. And when I do that, I would be getting 6 over here and subtracting it 7 and 8, 9. So 96 degree would be your third angle, which is angle P, right? So angle P would be equal to 96 degrees. Now, 96, 53, and 31 would all make the 180 degrees. So this was one of the property, the fact about the triangles, children. Let's move on to the next question. Rishabh is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Good job, Rishabh. Okay, so moving on to the next question. And here we go. How many different lines of symmetry can be drawn on the given shape? Is up. Now this is the next skill, that is symmetry. Now what do we understand by symmetry? There are different symmetrical figures and symmetry. Now if I draw a triangle over here and if I draw a dashed line over here like this would say that this line would divide, this would be a symmetrical figure because this line is dividing this particular triangle or this particular shape into two equal halves, right? That is what symmetry is called as. Even I could draw one more symmetry over here from this to this side. That also shows that this is just two different sides, but equal. Also from this one. So we are having three symmetric lines in a triangle. Now you were asked for this given shape. Now this shape is an octagon, right? Because it's having 8 sides. So how many symmetries can be formed? Let's see. The one would be joining the vertices, right? This one and this one and this one would be the one, the most common one. So we have drawn 4 symmetrical lines. Now, the basic octagon, children, basic octagon is having total of 8 lines of symmetry. Where are the 4 one? So if I draw a line over here, that would also distribute this into a symmetry, right? If I draw a line over here, again, this would be a symmetrical. If I draw a line over here, that again would be a symmetrical. And same here from this side. So this way we can have 8 lines of symmetry in an octagon. So this is what symmetrical is. Symmetry is a very interesting topic, kids. You could see symmetry in your own body, right? If you make yourself into half, each part of you, yes, Neil, each part of you would be exactly equal, isn't it? You can even try, like, with your names. Now, let's say Rudar. This is an alphabet symmetry. So, Rudar, is R symmetrical in your name? No, I cannot draw any symmetrical line. If I draw a line over here, that doesn't give me a same. There is no equal. U, if I draw a line over here, that's a symmetrical. D, if I draw a line over here, that's a symmetry. So you can find the symmetry in your names as well. So that would be very fun and interesting thing to do, right? So let's move on to the next topic. Not topic, question. 5 players have reached the answer streak 4. Okay, the same leader. Salna is leading the scoreboard. Good job. And the next question, children. Multi-select quiz. Which color represents a line of symmetry? Check all that are true. And the time is up. So the question was, which line, which color shows the symmetry? So we know that this is a pink line or a red line, right? Pink line is showing a symmetry because that's dividing this into 2 equal halves. Easily we could see that, right? Now this is the first answer. Now what is the second one? If I go for the blue line, that's again dividing this into half. But this green line doesn't make a symmetry, that's going out of the line of symmetry, right? So this is how we can find. Okay, so blue and the pink one were the correct answers. Good job. And so Diksha is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Okay, fast 3 is the one leading the scoreboard. Again, the good change over here. Let's move on to the next topic. So I think Rohan has fallen back today because Rohan was the one who was leading the scoreboards in most of the sessions. Okay. Which of the objects in the boxes can be joined to create a symmetrical figure? And the time is up. That was pretty simple. We know what symmetry is. That means if I draw just a similar thing on the right hand side of this, that would show the symmetry of this, right? So this would be the one. Just make sure this is a curved one this side. Okay, so that's why the options are given as confusing. So that you don't get confused. This is the pointed one, but here you need to choose the curved one because that shows a shape. This is how it is done. Good job, children. Moving on to the next question. Okay, still the same leaders. And the next question, a multi-select question. Which images correctly show a line of symmetry? Check all that are true. Still waiting for some of the answers. Still not the complete answers, I hope. And the time is up. Okay, so we are done. We got a few correct answers. That's great. Let's see. Now, which images correctly show a line of symmetry? That's pretty simple. As I told you before, the triangle is having 3 lines of symmetry. This is a symmetrical shape. The circle, that's definitely not a symmetry. A square, a symmetry because it is dividing into 2 equal halves. And this a pentagon. Again, this is forming a symmetry, right? Because it is dividing into 2 equal halves. Okay, moving on to the next question, children. 3 players just hit answer streak 4. And again, I could see some changes over here. Fast 3, Raghav has come up. Okay. And the last question for the day, multi-select question. Which dashed lines create a symmetric figure when the figure is folded on the dashed line? Up, we could see that in the image over here, this B, A, B, C, D, E, but they are not all given in the options. This D forms a symmetrical dashed lines, this E forms it, A is not forming, C is not forming. That means B, D, and E are the one, as it's clearly visible. But in the options, there are only B and D, and that's how it's go. Let's see who is the final leading the scoreboard today. And here we go. 19 out of 22. Wonderful. Bravo. And the one. Let's see whose name will come up. Stop, children. You all are dancing. Okay, runners up. We have 2 runners up. Cell 9 was one of them. Okay. So here we go. Let's move on to the back of our slide. Okay, children, so once again sharing the screen, I would just want quickly to all of you to call up your parents. I hope you can see my screen over here, right? Quickly call your parents. Yes, wonderful. Now we are calling the parents. So that's today is the last session, children. I would be talking to the parents. So kindly call your parents if possible. Yes, Neil, Rudar, Shania, Saloni, Sahasra, Arjun. Okay, we could see that Shripal's mother is there. Okay, Sindhuja, Avesh, Shweta, Advait, Pratiksha, Shai, Ahana, Rishabh, and so on. I could see still the students have not turned on their videos. Okay, now I could see that the parents have joined. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, parents, for joining us. Now, congratulations. Finally, we finished our 5 weeks of this. And that was really fun with all of you. And you might have learned a lot of new things and revised all of it, right? So definitely you would be getting some homework from these worksheets, which would be shared via email to all of you. And now the new program alert, those who don't know and those who have joined today, kids, we are having, after successfully accelerating the academic careers of more than 1,000 students via math, ELA, coding, and programs, speaking public. Now, most of the children have fear of speaking, right? Most of it. I mean, I would say 60% of the world's population of children have a fear of speaking. So we have got a good program for you, which would eliminate that fear of speaking. That's a public speaking course over here. So parents, I would just quickly show you how this works, and just let me show up that video once over here. Okay, just give me a moment. And I'm just, can you all see my screen over here? Okay, so here I'm sharing that video. And here we go. so I hope you liked the video and you got a gist of it, that how it works. So the link is shared in the chat, parents. You can just register your kids for this upcoming program. Now the special offer alert for those who are not enrolled with 98th percentile. We are offering free online live summer classes for math, English, coding, and public speaking for grades 1 to 12. So parents, what are you waiting for? Just hurry up and register your students with us. The link is shared in the chat. Okay, now what next? Let's have a moment and just share the, I want everyone to just switch on their videos once. And before having a group photograph, so we have some parents, we have some students over here. So children, I hope that you all enjoyed all the 5 sessions. Yes or no? Okay, wonderful. So any of the parents or students who would like to share their experience with us, I would love to hear that. Would anyone like to share their experience? Parents, that would be wonderful if you share your experience with us. Any of the student who would like to share? Okay. Yes, anyone, students, please come up and just say, just remove your fear of speaking in public. So that's the start of that. I could see Neil is raising his hand. I could see Ahana is raising her hand. Okay, so we have few students over here. That's great. So let's go with Ahana first.
I really enjoyed these classes and they really helped me to like learn new things and understand what I didn't understand before.
That's great. Wonderful job, Ahana. Yes, Neil, now it's your turn. The one who is always ready to speak. So yes, go on.
Just like a Hana, yeah, I liked it, and also it it like went through all the things I've learned through fourth grade.
Okay, that's wonderful, Neil. Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. And yes, anyone else? Okay, I could got more. Okay, so you all are eliminating your fear of speaking in public today. That's great. Yes, Shai.
I like these classes and they're really fun. They help me like with math, reading, science, and they help me improve.
Okay, that's
And
great.
and by the way, my name is Shay.
Shay. Okay, thank you,
Yes.
Shay. Okay, thank you,
you.
Shay, for correcting me.
Have
Appreciate that.
a great night.
Okay, so anyone else who would like to share? Shania? Yes, so I would like to introduce Shania, children. Shania is the one who is already there with us and she is studying with us and I'm her teacher. Yes, Shania, would you like to share something?
Yes, so I liked it this math revision class. I liked how you took the time to explain us all the way through until the end, and I liked how in the fourth grade math of all the 5 domains we reviewed every single skill in it, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Shania, for such a beautiful words. Yes, Rishabh.
I liked how you the same thing as Shania said, and it helped me in my academics.
That's great. Thank you so much. Yes, I just Saloni wanted to say something. Yes, Saloni, would you like to share something? Okay. Yeah, please go on.
I had problems, but 98 percentile helped me and you cleared all my problems away.
That's great. Thank you so much, Saloni. Yes, Raz.
I like it because you put it on a Kahoot and you explain it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. Yes, Shweta, I think today, everyone, I heard of beautiful experiences from all of you. We have Arjun, would you like to just switch on your video and come up like in public and just share experience? Yes, Vio.
98 percentile helped me with all my problems and things, and I do coding classes for it, and that was
That was really fun, and I didn't at first. I wasn't really interested in doing this math marathon and on a Friday night, but it's really fun, and I really like doing it.
That's great. That's a wonderful experiences you guys are sharing with me. Shripal.
So I'm actually in third grade, but I don't take any math classes. The thing I really like about my coding class about JavaScript is that I've been learning a lot of new things lately, and I really like learning JavaScript.
That's great. So yes, we do, give the coding, ELA, public speaking, and all of the programs. So wherever you are interested, you can enroll yourself, kids. So yes, so the last one I'm taking today is Sindhuja.
I liked how instead of doing just math on like a paper, you did it in like a game for us to be interested.
Yes, thank you so much. I think the last one I should take Arjun because he's raising his hand since long. Yes, Arjun.
Like I like these classes because like they help me review for the STAR test, and like instead of doing it like question by question, we do it like on a fun Kahoot.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, children. And I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Hope you will be meeting and you would guys be coming here with us some of the programs. Yes, Neil, you have to say something there. Yes, please.
This always happens. When one person starts speaking, it sets off a chain reaction to everyone else. Before
Yes,
there, yeah, before there's only like two people, and then now
that's
almost
how
a
it goes when we work in group. Thank you so much, Neil, for that. Okay, kids, now have a great day ahead. Bye-bye. Take care. Hope we meet you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay.